And you're always gonna be in a good position with lanes too, just being able to always deny the range creeps, taking a juicy experience away, and also keeping the lane dragged back in your favor. So yeah, so far so solid. Last couple of bans coming out. No OD. One of the heroes that actually does very well against Ember Spirits. Looks like VP wanna bring that one in into that mid lane. Should mean that we're still looking for a Ramses hero, right? Mm-hmm. A few of the classics are still available, like Troll Warlord, for instance. If you just want someone that can frontline a little bit as well and kind of run in, maybe go for some sort of Sanjin Yasha build. Look for this mid-game timing, but there's a couple of options that you can go for now. Still the Lycan if you want to go down that route. Anti-mage wouldn't actually be too bad. I mean, just looking at the heroes that VP played in in Dream League. But yeah, we'll see. Terrorblade actually. Like if you want to go for super late game insurance carry, then you can still go for Terrorblade, I think. Juggernaut not particularly good against it. Pangolier kind of decent, I guess, but only up to a certain point. Like is
Radiant team pick.
The thing is, Terrorblade can also help you in whatever timing you want. Just because Metamorphosis makes it so that you have a ridiculous amount of damage output, not just against heroes, but up against towers as well. The only difference in the early game is that you need to protect him a little bit more. Because he doesn't have these kind of stat items that allows him to survive any sort of big burst. But then again, there's not a lot of big bursts right now available inside of CM19. What are you looking at now? Rubik Fate Bolt. That's right. Alright, so makes things a little bit different. No Lifestealer, no Jog available, so those are kind of the standard heroes. Phantom Lancer would be the other one coming to mind, which could work just as well, honestly. Could work even better if you look at it here. Don't really have to care too much about the Juggernaut. The Witch Doctor, like you can dodge so many things with the Doppelganger.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, you can always purge off the Bad Rider Napalm early on in the lane. Then again, I wonder if CM19 want to throw them for a loop here, just try and look for the Bad Rider matchup against the Ember Spirit in mid. Certainly not unheard of, and then you can still run the Pangolier off lane and should be absolutely fine. So in that sense, you probably want to look for a hero that can be flexible enough to match that particular rotation. So I might see some musical lanes coming out where the Ember and whatever other core VP want to pick up, just try and dodge that Bad Rider. Or looking for the right matchups. And again, I think that's something that the Phantom Lancer should be able to do as well. Like, Phantom Lancer's mid is not unheard of. Certainly up against the Bad Rider too. It's like not the most common matchup, don't get me wrong, but it's certainly a matchup that should still be PL favored in the long run. Go for Slark. Alright, so that's a little bit different. I don't think Slark has as easy of a time in mid. So CM19, they have that option now, but Nyx picking up that Pango. LTS? I have not heard about of this guy before, so we'll see what they want to do. Game 1 of a best of 3 here. VP coming in as the massive favorites, of course, in to these CIS qualifiers for the next major here. They just finished second in the previous major a few days ago. But CM19ESji, again, 14 names rolled into one, or 4 stack names rolled into one. They're looking to try and see what they can do. Other teams in this group include Team Empire, as well as Old But Gold Illidan Snacks. So they actually have quite a task ahead of them if they don't want to just ball out in the groups, I think. I haven't seen Empire recently, but can have some good players, but it's always the question of whether they can actually put that together properly. Old But Gold though. Illidan, G, BZ, Velo, Vanscore, yeah, that is quite a powerful CIS stack, so it's basically the quintessential Russian CIS Dota kind of lineup there. But yeah, gotta start somewhere. If you can, maybe take a game off of a VP or something. That would be, if nothing else, it would give you quite a bit of morale. But we'll see if they can do it. My name, of course, is dragondrop. Thank you for tuning in. I'm, of course, happy to bring you these games. I'll be casting this one, VP versus the other guys, and then afterwards the winners match of this group. So I'm assuming VP against either Old But Gold or Team Empire. That game is going on simultaneously right now.
Was that intentional? It looked intentional.
Alright, for now, Gun of the Slag stuck in the side lane. Batroid's gonna make his way up there, of course. Which does leave us with this Nyx Pangolier mid. So probably the lanes that you're looking for. Again, you should be more or less a farming lane here in the mid. Pangolier is gonna be swashbuckling here, trying to eventually lucky shot and do a lot of damage to the Ember Spirit, but you have your Flame Guard to also threaten a bit and get some extra CS. Or you can also go for the Sleight of Fist build. Would seem very useful indeed. I mean, this is physical damage, so Flame Guard doesn't actually protect you against it. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see no one actually go for this, max out the Sleight of Fist. I've seen it a couple of times, just to be able to throw that out on a low cooldown to throw out a lot of harassment, because it's, what, 120, 160 extra bonus hero damage at max level. And it also helps you secure these last hits on range creeps, which is very, very important these days, to say the least.
The battle begins.
Excellent idea.
Roger. It's full position. Enigma, Pasha on the Earthshaker. Solo. Ready to be running around here. Is he looking for a courier or something? I think so. Oh man. Those are quite the lanes, that's for sure. Quite the lanes, indeed. For now they're leaving Slack up top, but I cannot imagine that to stay true for too long. Especially since he doesn't have a stick just yet. Can't really easily make it to the side shop. Especially with Rubik up here as well, so it's gonna be a bit annoying, but that's just kind of the plight of the Slack, period. You're never really gonna have a good laning stage. Good thing is, of course, you can always purge off that napalm, so LTS not necessarily going to be able to threaten him too much. At least as long as that is available. Solo trying his best. But he's also not really geared necessarily towards these kind of trades, right-click trades. Certainly not up against a Batroid who can always threaten with napalm that you cannot get rid of on yourself if you're the Nature's Prophet. And also Rubik with Fate Bolt, who just makes it so much easier to trade. Basically mitigating this right-click advantage that you would want, that you would have from Spikestorm. Yeah, okay, that is LTS. Actually goes in solo, super freaking low already, and he's gonna die straight up. 4 or 5 stacks of napalm in the end. First blood being drawn. Just like that. It's like I said, it's so volatile. He tried to TP out. Guess he can at least TP back in now if he wants to, but he does indeed. Yeah, it's bringing some supplies for Ramses. Either way, though, this lane is not going to be a lot of fun. Mid lane, that's a bit of a different story, though. No one playing very well. Used the stealth. It's in this room, not particularly helpful. They did go for 2 points up in Flame Guard, so if nothing else, that's going to help you harass Nyx back. Of course, Pangolier also a melee hero, so if you want to trade, if you want to CS, you don't have to stay in that range of the Flame Guard. Can the Slark recover? Like, this is always the big question. I wonder if he's gonna still go for the Midas build, which I think Midas has been kind of slowing down in popularity, but it's probably still one of the go-tos on heroes like Slark. Like, you don't really want to go for Battle Fury as a farm accelerator. And the only other option is to really just go for Shadow Blade and maybe Neko Saber and try and run around, secure kills. Then again, it's also already the Ember Spirit's job, so I think you can probably get away with being a bit more greedy. But top LTS go in. Q use here. Ramses also a nice little pounce, but jerked back here by save. Well, he's going to die in the end. Solo helping out there to get that shared kill, but damn. Just diving. Despite everything that Ramses could do with the pounce, just kind of holding the Batrider in place for a little bit. This early level in telekinesis, I mean, who would have known that that was gonna be enough? It's comically low duration, 0.8 seconds, like especially without Arcane Supremacy, but it was just enough to make sure that he cannot actually get out. Doing all of this though, BP, at least they have an extra lane to work with here. Pasha there. Ah, he's gonna go down though, isn't he? There we go. A more right clicks, a little bit too far forward. Is Ramsey somehow... Why is he tipping Nyx? I have no idea. Ooh. Swashbuckler doesn't actually connect on no one. Bit of an issue. Like, Nyx not too far behind in CS, but no one's certainly happy about the way this is going. See, yeah, he's now focusing on the slide of fist up top. Ramsey's dead again. Yikes. Thing is, you can't really change that. I mean, Solo can't help you at all. He's just gonna die too. I'm not sure if you want to switch lanes at this point. I guess if you do, then well, the CM19, they can just switch it too. Solo trying to make a play for the Mountain. He's TPing over somewhere else. As down bottom, it's actually a bit of a struggle here. Pasha, kind of low. Maledicts doing quite a bit of damage, I would imagine. Ah, not enough though. Not quite enough. He has plenty of region to work with. Overall, what was that? 1 for 3 rune exchange. Looking like it. But yeah, bottom line is, the only lane that's going well for you is mid, and I guess as well, or the jungle as well, right? Roger's just doing his thing here, but he's not being particularly fast at it right now, only level 4 himself. I guess this is kind of up there with Remnants, what the hell? Alright, no one just dies here. Hits level 6, gets the Remnants. Looked like a bit of a triple burst there, so plenty of magic damage to bring down Spango. Now, well, they're certainly going to need him to be aggressive here to try and wrestle control back in this game. And Roger, is he going for Midas? Of course he is. Oh, is he? I have no idea. No. Just mechanism by the looks of it. I have no idea. Some of his stuff is on the courier. Oh. Guys up top, meanwhile, Nyx got some blitz to roll. Not sure what happened there, Arya. He was going in on Ramses, but this time went in a little bit too deep. I guess a few tower shots helping out. And that's actually quite a big break here for Ramses. Able to get a bit of free space here, getting that kill too. It's a lot of money too, 455 goals, all of this laning stage. More or less counteracted as now, Pasha, okay. TP threatened, but they're still trying to chase him down. Another Swashbuckler ready to go. He's trying to pre-dodge it, but no lucky shot to slow him down. So he will be able to just walk it off. But yeah, oh yeah, of course, Helm of the Dominator. That's gonna be the item. That makes a lot more sense, but now they want to try and get Roger here. The Q, Maledict spin, that should be more than enough damage here. Bring him down for free, maybe. Oh no. Could have gotten the last hits on the Eidolons. No. Free money. free money that he didn't get. Feels bad, man. The question becomes now how these heroes match up, like how early you want to start rotating and trying to leverage this early advantage that you get on the Juggernaut versus the Ember Spirit. Like Ember tends to be a lot more mobile and it's a little bit stronger in these like between level 6 and level 10 or something like that than the Juggernaut is, I would argue. Juggernaut, if he does have some help though, I mean this can always happen here. Nice little fissure though before spin kicking through. So Roger's out there. Ooh, okay. Diving Slack again though.
That's right. I am.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
1-3-1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Thing is, like, I'm not sure if VP really cares. Omnislash just straight up onto Pasha, doing a lot of damage here. Last jump over on Roger in the spin. Well, no face boots ready, so unable to actually stay on target. Bit of a waste there, you could say.
Radiant's middle
We
tower
didn't think that
is
one
under
through
attack.
completely. Maybe it's just that level 1 Omnislash is still kind of underwhelming, even with all the changes that happened a while ago. But of course, it does scale a lot better. Roger, still only level 5 as they're going to make a play on Pasha this time with the cast. Not really bouncing back though, so the TP will be successful. Maldek's not going to be strong enough. Meanwhile, okay, he's just dead instead. Solo actually snacks the last with his ultimate now. Sprout blocking up ILTW, a little bit of black hole just coming in. Goodbye, Juggernaut. No way he survives this one, right? He goes for the spin, but yeah, double kill.
Thanks for playing Dota 2.
Solo's joining in, and just like this, couple of treants. You've also got the helm. Roger only got his level 6 right there. Off of that last kill, I would think. Now I can transition that into a tower. Solo had other plans, so he's looking for bounty runes. Looking to obscure them for no one at least.
Radiant structures are
You can find a wall, that's a good catch.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Does mean that this tower stays alive. W able to clean through some of these creeps.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But now, do you really want to dive this one? I'm not so sure, but hey, no one comes in and says, yes, I do. There's no spin for another couple of seconds. The ILTW with the healing one, trying to keep himself alive. Solo coming in, the spin. The right clicks, are they enough? They are indeed. As the fight rages on and back here. Lasso over onto no one, trying to go for some sort of counterplay. Double kill already for Nyx. With his ultimate here, another swashbuckle, another couple of seconds here. No one slowed down by Napalm here. Swashbuckle does connect with the extra lucky shot. And one more remnant. Can he get it off? No, he cannot. Doesn't have the mana for it. And he is going to be brought down. That looked pretty good for a second there, but massive reactions for CM19. They do lose the tower in the end, but they get a few crucial kills, including the one on the Ember Spirit. A lot of money for Pangolier, a lot of money for the Rubik too, so he has a Blink Dagger queued up. So that'll certainly help him. But yeah, it just goes to show how much Pangolier can do. I mean, he is high level, but in terms of items, he only really has that Javelin. And I'm assuming he has like treads or something coming out. Nah, just the wand, okay. He's just saving for the straight up Maelstrom. But you don't necessarily need a whole lot to be super effective in these kind of situations at this stage in the game, so. Nyx showing us how it's done. They still lost the Juggernaut though, which is a bit annoying. LTW up there with his Batrider. They're still so far behind no one despite that kill. It's kind of crazy. It's not even lost, it's just the kills and the towers going down as okay. It's also that he can be very aggressive because he knows that there's not really an easy way for them to bring him down. I mean, even that last time here, even when they did end up killing him, that was just after a long chase. That's only because he didn't quite have enough juice left for another remnant jump. Yeah. So eventually they're gonna rely still on the lasso. So there's a lot more damage coming in. Speaking of lasso though, LTS can be gone on. No one misses the chains combo though. It's jump through from damage. After the sprout still secures the kill. No problems whatsoever. But yeah, you'll need to rely on the lasso. So I wouldn't be too surprised to perhaps even see the Ember Spirit go for some sort of Lincoln Sphere if he feels threatened enough by that. But yeah, lasso itself is, of course, is not going to be enough. You also need some sort of damage output, which will either be from a Pangolier, just getting lucky in a number of different ways, not just with a lucky shot, which can also be really good, just with the disarm and the silence on the Ember Spirit, but of course far from reliable. But beyond that, it's going to be down to the Juggernaut, just being able to provide that extra bit of damage output.
Dire are scanning.
In the meantime, VP still just farming up the other heroes, maintaining that lead, getting towards, or looking towards the next round of items here. Mechanism Gunning Greaves in the works for Enigma. It's gonna be a while. But Earthshaker, he has enough money for his Blink Dagger. Partridge can walk to the side shop. Meanwhile, up top though, they see LTS again. This time the chains do connect. Another jump forward. Ramses. It's another nice little stack there. All that Essence Shift. Yeah, he's recovered quite nicely. I mean, he's had a terrible landing stage, but look at his net worth. 6.5k, 6.6k here after these last couple of kills. And no assists. And of course, a lot of that is in that minus, so it's certainly helped him catch up just a little bit, to say the least. The longer the game goes, of course, the more that's going to benefit him too. But looks like they want to maybe make a play on him here. No really easy way to initiate or lock him down. And that's the thing that I... Okay, they do get the boundary rune though, so Roger can go for the black hole, and he does indeed. Pangolier didn't get the Rolling Thunder off. And alright, don't tell me he survives here. Okay, there it is. Searing Chains, couple of heals coming through still. Nyx, dude, you gotta go for the roll here. Last bit of damage, still not enough as Ramses looking for another jump with the Q. Nyx is still alive. Another jump forward, finding the roll to try and turn us here, but he's chasing him back and forth, but there's no way to actually connect with it. That was ridiculous. Couple of bottle heals, but the 2 points up in Voodoo Restoration certainly coming in big there. And of course, Ramses missing an initial jump. So that's a bit of a black hole wasted actually, which is quite good for them, unless they lose a few heroes on the back lines here, but no one unable to really, or unwilling to really commit. No Blink Dagger and Batrider means that you don't have that quick initiation at range, but he's gonna get the Boots of Travel now, so gonna be pretty damn fast with the Firefly especially as well, so it doesn't always need a Blink Dagger in the right circumstances. Well, certainly dodged a bullet there, that's for sure. Nyx going for the Guardian Greaves himself, so he's in a bit of a race with the Enigma on that front, I think. Certainly good for both teams to have that.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're funny looking to bring down some towers, so it's the other thing, right? VP, there's some relatively easy ways to actually bring down towers. Not particularly fast ways, but ways nonetheless, if you think about just Nature's Prophet TPing in, dropping in some treants as he's doing right now, just to help out with the push. As he was thinking about a moment ago, I guess. Then as well as the Eidolons, I guess, for Roger. What?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Okay, I missed that completely. A 3-man gank in mid. And the poor Batrider once again. Looking at Roger here is very, very deep, but they don't really have vision in this area to protect them or to scout out these kind of opportunities. And
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
How do you not get out there when your mid just got ganked? Oh well. Bit of an issue. VP starting to chip away at this one. A couple more TPs up top. LDW with the spin TP, so he should be fine and safe. If he goes right now, he should also be safe. Yeah, so CM19, they don't really have easy ways of taking down objectives, even if they win skirmishes. It's going to be them having to go for this kind of a game style where you basically just keep team fighting and keep getting ahead of the enemy team, which is something that's not really happening right now. It's a game that VP can play just as well, if not better. I mean, it's, if you look at the drafts, if you look at the farm levels right now, they're perfectly happy just letting this game go longer and longer. The Stark more and more farmed, the Ember Spirit also looking very well right now. Looking for Solo, should be fairly straightforward kill, couple clicks in there. Solo, dude, could have gotten the healing ward right there at least, but well, wait, did he? I think he did in the end, so never mind. He's gonna yell at him, but didn't have to ultimately. A few more VPs heroes hanging around though. There's still a Blink Dagger, of course, on the Earthshack. I haven't really seen this big initiation just yet. You can certainly imagine his combo into a black hole. Like, the moment you group up, you're gonna be in for a bad time, which complicates things even further for CM19. So they're playing a game where they have to execute very, very well. And they don't have an easy way of taking these team fights, right? Ease of execution seems to be in favor of VP right now. You kind of group up, you kind of poke and prod. I mean, Solo's in front, that's fine if he gets caught out, right? So you can chip away at towers with these treants. But the moment the CM19 pile on somebody, you just pull the trigger, you know. Blink Echo, Ramses goes in. And right now they're kind of daring them to go, right? Diffuse Blade ready on Ramses. Trying to chip away in his tier 3. So far there's no reactions to Solo. He's going to be hanging around again. Can afford losing him. What is CM19 doing right now? They don't even have a catapult. They don't have any ways to trade here up in this top lane. So now finally, to W, make notation on bottom, but more than 1,000 damage done to the tier 3. As up top, fight here. LT is just straight up dead with the Death Ward, not really doing anything at all. Double kill is safe. Oh man, he also gets caught. Quite the compromising position there. Triple kill for no one, simple as that. He had an Arcane Rune and a double damage rune going at the same time, so if that's not unbalanced, then I don't know what is. Not gonna lie. Yeah, those entire games wasn't really all that flashy, but we're still 10k, 21 minutes in with a 10-11k advantage for VP. It's based on a few better skirmishes here and there. It's more efficient across the board with last hits, with tower pushes. And they claimed 5 towers. It's only the tier 1 in the top lane going down for CM19. Yeah, there's the Yule, so a bit of a defensive utility for the Ember. This certainly smells like a bit of a desperation smoke already for the Radiant side here, but not gonna find anybody. Even if they do, how do you actually go in? Without the blink on the Batrider, don't really have an easy way to initiate. We have a blink on Rubik, so maybe that'll do the trick. But again, ease of execution. Not really gonna be on their side. Ooh, so Solo's just TPing in the back. Yes, indeed. He's gonna be caught by a couple of heroes. Ramsey's looking for something here in turn as Deathward goes in. Solo should end up dropping here, but, well, not to the Witch Doctor. At least not immediately. Solo's still alive here. Black Hole comes through as the Omni Slash at the same time. The Stone Black Hole from Save to try and turn us, but there's the Yules from no one to cancel it. Now the Akka Slam and a couple more heroes. 1, 2, 3. ILTW with a spin and then a TP. Do they have enough right-click damage to bring him down? They do indeed. No one. What a mega kill streak. The rest of CM19, they're on the run. Pasha, okay, I was thinking about throwing out another fissure, but Batrider is a little bit too far away. Doesn't matter though, that's a giant army coming through. With extra Eidolons, 1.5 creep waves, as well as the Alpha Wolf, but okay, VP just say, we want to play with the food a little bit more, you know? Want to get more kills? Well, maybe you just want to play it safe and go for Roshan. A very decisive teamfight victory right there. This Roche should it be all that hard to pull off. Not the fastest Roche in the world, again, don't have a lot of minus armor. They have this White Stone from NH's Prophet. But hey, with the Alpha Wolf, and, no threat coming in actually. The chains do connect on a Witch Doctor as he just straight up falls to Solo's ultimate bouncing through. Also set up for save as he is going to die as well. Unstoppable was free for no one. Their hunger for more blood is just unsatiable right now. It's crazy. Especially for these two supports. I mean, this is where this particular weakness of the draft really comes in, where you don't really have anything to throw at them. You don't have enough money for Yules or Ghost Scepters or anything. Not that it would necessarily save you. Or 4 Staves or what have you. Or Glimmer Capes. Any of these items. Just don't really get the money. I mean, Rubik's sitting there with 4.3k gold. Went for the Blink Dagger. Because someone had to, you know. Misha certainly. Oh, he's happy he's got upgraded boots at this point. Alright, alright.
I'll take that. The seeds of fortune.
Where do you go from here? Like, I'm trying to rack my brain to think about a way where that CM19 can kind of come back, can maybe find some way to stabilize this game, but the only way is really to just get this Blink Dagger on Batrider and try and go for pickoffs, but these kind of things, they rely on your opponent as much as it relies on you. Like, VP, all that VP need to do to counterplay that or counteract that is, oh yeah. That's a nice idea, just going for a split push, but Nick's actually being caught out by the Earthshaker. Well, TP in, VP, they don't want to let him get away, but they might have to. He's going for a roll now, but of course having used the TP already means that he has a long way to go. Normally this is like a one of these plays where you say, alright, Space Graded guys, they're all here, everyone just converging in on this location. Yeah, there is some space being taken as a result of that. I mean, ILTW is down bottom. Ready to push that out, doing a bit of chip damage to this tier 1 tower, 26 minutes into the game. But he can't stick around. Still too mobile and too far ahead. That VP don't really care about these small little instances. They're very happy to just to commit to punish anyone that's on their side of the map, to punish anyone that's pushing out these lanes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Just so they can continue to kill Ramses. He's in a little bit too deep.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
1.5 minutes or so left on that Aegis. I feel like they could certainly high ground push with that if they wanted to. Even have the BKB on the Slug. Freshly completed. Another DD rune. Bottled up by Ember. Down bottom of Pasha. Oh god, don't tell me he's gonna TP out here. No, he actually is. So they're not gonna have him for the high ground push, I guess. Not sure they mind too much. No one still holding on to that DD.
Dire's bottom tower is under
This double chain sword, Ramses going in, jump intercepted by Nix, he jumps out of it here, safe, almost dead. Cutting Greaves barely keeping alive for just a little bit longer, but no one able to snack that kill, finish him off. Remnant right back towards the tier 3 tower.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Successors are all available here.
Radiant's
No
middle
real
tower
angle, no real way to win a team fight with that right now, so he's just threatening for the moment. Oh, yes, at least he does have the blink dagger, but who do you really go on? Who do you really go on without Pasha just blink echo slamming you in turn? Or Roger for that better. Blink back holding. They're gonna try now. A couple of cast bounces here. Ramses still with the Aegis for just a little bit longer. Nice little death here on the sword. There's the black hole catching 3. Ramses starting to click away. No one back in. Double kill for Pasha. He goes in with the echo. 3 on the sidelines, and they call it right there. GG, well played. Game number 1 ending in style. A nice little team fight combo. VP.
Radiant's middle barracks.
And very easily indeed. Alright, yeah, I mean, it's one of these drafts where you kind of have to win the lanes, you kind of have to try and snowball and stay in control of the game. And there were a few like inklings of that. There were a few moments where I could say, alright, like that fight in the bottom tier 1 tower that they won with the Pangolier rotating in. But you need to keep doing that, but VP is just too good, like too good at reading the map, too good at dodging that, and just yeah, staying cool, calm, and collected, farming up the heroes, and just doing their thing, because they knew, yeah, there's no way that they can actually pressure towers on the side of CM19, right? I think only 1 tower ended up falling on the dire side that entire game. So VP had all the time in the world, so they took all the time in the world, and eventually just also no real lockdown for the Ember Spirit, or the Slark for that matter. So all in all, good draft, good execution of that resulting game style. So we'll see what they can do in game number 2, as that's coming up soon. Stay tuned.